wild surprise this weekend to tune in to Netflix and turn on this documentary, which doesn't have anything to do with my mom on the surface.
Uh-huh.
And we start watching this thing, and they've made Netflix, apparently, has made a documentary on my mother.
Does she look like her?
This is saying I know what you're talking. This is a documentary on my mother. Now they do call her Susan Lorenz in the documentary. It's a Perfect Neighbor on Netflix. We were watching A Perfect Neighbor on Netflix this weekend. I think I described this to you already in an episode.
Yeah.
That I have a hard time watching 90 Day Fiancé at times.
Yes.
Because there'll just be some fucking just absolute. There's something about the way it's not all fat women, like old fat women. First of all, let's just go right ahead and just say, we're talking about old fat women here, and not sprightly young fat women. Some old fat women get fat in a particular way that reminds me of my mom. They have a similar, like, gunty sort of. It's very localized fat. Like, the fat doesn't have a mayor. The fat only gets like a comptroller and like maybe like a council member or something, because it's so localized, the fat. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what gunty means.
Like a all stomach pussy area fat. Like, you look at you could look at the arms, and like if you had made a bust of them,
Yeah.
right? Classic bust. You would be like, what a finely shaped woman or whatever, right? But if they made the entire statue, they would have spent the majority of the money in concrete in this one particular region I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So when women are gunty like that, it reminds me of my mom, and I didn't have a good relationship with my mom, and so I naturally just go to that. And with 98 Day Fiancé, it's never good, because you're just like, my mom's using her alimony money to get dicked down by a Kenyan guy that just wants to live here. Like, that's you know. So this lady, particularly reminds me of my mom. Not that my mom hated black people, but, well, listen, we might as well watch a little bit. If you haven't watched this yet, there's no spoiler alert. Like, I guess it's just where we've got to with documentaries now, that like they're just basically, hey, this is going to be exactly what you think it. Like, there is this is not a famous lady, where it's like we know the case. There's no twists and turns. This is just literally, this lady does exactly what you think this lady's going to do. So, without further ado, A Perfect Neighbor on Netflix.
Oh, maybe I should have left in the Netflix shwoong,
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Also, we are just allowed to. Yeah, I guess we're probably allowed to do this. Fair use.
I think it's fair use, and also, if you've noticed, it's just a tiny box at the top.
Yeah.
And
fair use.
I think there's also such a thing as you kind of do things, and then you get popular, and then you deal with it later.
Yeah. They'll come back and flag us for every single episode we did something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might need your headphones for this.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, they're on your arm there.
Good gravy, as the murderer
might say.
She loves it, yeah.
Now, I haven't seen this. I should preface this. So
Well,
everything is new, except I have a general idea of somebody murdered somebody else, and kids are involved somehow.
Absolutely. The title of this documentary, A Perfect Neighbor, was good. Good gravy N-word would have also been an appropriate title. Good great, and by the way, said by a white woman.
Yeah,
just to be clear.
To explain the story. Yeah.
So yeah, we started. So I told you to cut in a little bit on it because It's very repetitive in the begin. We establish the documentary is filmed entirely through body cam footage, which is a fun. It's fun. It's a fun consequence of Black Lives Matter. In a weird way, if George Floyd was not killed, we probably don't have this documentary.
That's true.
It's just a fairly bittersweet way of looking at this.
In fact, the whole true crime industry has benefited from George Floyd.
Absolutely. I would say that this is the first, this is, I don't, pro-black, I don't know is the right way of putting what the documentary is. I mean, it's pro not shooting black people for sure. It seems like, so like, we'll say that. But it's just interesting that it comes out of the birth of George Floyd. Body cams are necessary now. And what we've got out of it is Netflix content.